Alright, what's good, y'all? I'm back. It's Dad Can We Talk episode 59. And man, y'all listen. I already told y'all what it is. We coming back to back to back to back. So many dads out here, man. And I ain't got no plans on stopping no time soon. Man, so first thing first, housekeeping. I need y'all to go and subscribe to the podcast. Make sure y'all go and subscribe on whatever platform it is that you listen to on. If it is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is that where you find the podcast, go and subscribe. If you are kind enough, leave a review for your boy, man. Let me know how I'm doing. The reviews help me out a lot, man. I appreciate the 29 people that did take some time out to put some reviews on Apple Podcasts. I read all of them. It's good stuff, man. And it also helps the podcast get more exposure, especially with these algorithms, man. It's hard to be seen when you're a little man like me in this podcast game. So, yeah, if y'all kind enough for whatever you feel like, I can 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, whatever you feel like we deserve. Go on there and rate it and leave a review, man. If you kind enough and if you got the time, I would highly appreciate that, man. And I just want to say to all my supporters out there, man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Keep supporting your boy, man. It's lovely, man, to see so many people tapping in to the podcast. Men and women, man. And shout out to all the women out there that support, man. Y'all definitely be holding me down, man. So shout out to all the ladies out there, man, that support the show. All my dads out there, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. But without further ado, man, I'm sitting here today with one of my OGs, man. I met this man here a little over 10 years ago, man. So it was only right that I brought him on the show, man. I just couldn't wait to get him on here. Y'all know me. I like to hear people's stories. I like to hear, different perspectives, man. And I'm just excited to hear this man's story and share it with y'all today, man. So, man, I want y'all to welcome to the show my man Oshaun.
What's going on? What's up? Where you know what I'm saying? Welcome on. What's up?
Yo.
But yeah, man, bro, I'm glad to be here. I love what you're doing. Like I told you before, you like a little brother to me. Like you say, I seen you come up, so I'm proud to see what you're doing. So to be here, to help you grow, I love what this is. So I'm going to do my part in support, bro. All I can say is, man, we going to get it in. And cause what more can a brother do than to be there to support his brother? So let's get it in.
Let's get it, man. So, hey, we just going to jump right in there, man. So first question I like to ask on Dad Can We Talk is, what was your relationship like with your dad?
My relationship with my dad, it's crazy, because I knew who my father was, but it's like I didn't know who he was, because in my younger part of my life, he was there for me, but, my dad and my mom separated, so, when they kind of separated, as a younger child, he still kind of came around, and, I was, still going to his house on the weekends, but as I got a little older, we grew our different ways, and our relationship was kind of, it didn't exist no more, as much, So it was just kind of crazy, he got another he had got another female and had other kids, and it was just, you start to see where it's like you're my dad, and it's like you putting somebody else's kids before me, which, I get as a father. If you're in the house with a woman, of course you're supposed to take care of her kids as if they were yours, but you also have to remember you can't forget about yours, even though they ain't in the house. So it's kind of like I felt like we forgot about at times and stuff. So, you start to grow a little set. You grow apart. You grow a little resentment. You feel like as a father, you're supposed to fight for your child. You let them know that I may not be here, but I'm here.
Straight up.
So it's like it said that, my dad wasn't even there to see me graduate and a lot of other things that I've done. I had so many accomplishments as a kid, playing sports, and you looking in the crowd, you got so many people supporting you, but one person that you truly look up to and you wish would be there ain't in your corner, it's like, it's crazy. So, my relationship with my dad, it's like I say, it was good and bad, but as I got older, I realized also too that I could have tried to make the relationship better, so I couldn't put it all on him, but yes, you are my father, but I also made my choice so I can make my decision to say, well, you know what, I guess I seen it for what it was and was like, I can't let that deter me, and I got to go and get where I need to be and do what I got to do,
Straight up. When the last time y'all talked?
Well, my dad has actually passed. My dad, he passed, I would say it's been maybe about it's probably been about 8 years now. Yeah. He passed, but I was there when he passed, but I mean, before he passed, it had been a while before we talked, I mean, I had talked to him, but it had been a while, that's why I say and it was times, like I said, as I was growing up, even after I graduated, it was times that I can always say for the most part, I've always reached out, made phone calls, holidays, the numbers that I've had, I've called, I can say that as the child, I did my part. I did my part, which is all I can do.
Straight up. That's real. Hey, rest in peace to Pops, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I look at it as I don't look at it as a loss. I take it as a lesson because it kind of made me to be the father that I am today. You know, I always wanted to give my kids what I wanted in a father, what I wanted. So it made me my relationship with my father made me a better father to my kids. So, I at the end of the day, I thank him because it made me who I am today.
Straight up, man. I was talking with my boy yesterday, and I was telling him, I think our generation, a lot of us grew up with those same type of relationships like what you talking about with our pops, and I think, like, I look at our dads, their dads were the generation where they worked all the time. They was working. They wasn't in the house like that. They was making sure the family was provided for. That was their dads. Then our dads, most of our dads grew up in that crack era. We dealt with most of our pops dealt with that. The crack, the drugs, the
alcohol, you're right. It was a total different era, and like now the generation of kids is missing that. Like, even for as like a lot of the grandparents, you don't even have the grandparents that you used to have. Like, now the grandparents want to party with the kids.
Yeah.
Or the it's like the grandma ain't the grandma. She like, so you don't have, like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. You don't really have that village like you used to have, It's different nowadays, man. It's crazy with like you say, the generations and with where it comes from and the way it is now. I know, like you say, back in the day, basically for the family to thrive, Daddy had to pretty much be on the work, on the go, on the grind. So he couldn't be home. My mama had to hold the house down. So luckily, thankful, times have changed to where fathers like us can be more into the household and try to play a role in the household when you can. I mean, I know I'm thankful that I'm in a position to be able to be that father, to be in the house and to play that, like, to be there, to have that time to play that role, I'm not always on the go trying to get it to make sure they got what they need, because the father in the household is very important. And even if he ain't in the house, that relationship with that father or some man father figure, every child needs a father figure. Boy or girl, you need a little guidance. They need a little guidance in their life.
That was gonna be my next question, man. I was gonna ask, was there any other men that ever stepped in and took time to help you become the man that you are now?
Well, I kind of say some of my coaches, and also one of my managers at my job I had when I was probably like 16, when I was in high school. Working up under him, he kind of taught me a lot of things, about how, how business work, how to carry myself at a job, but like, a lot of different things a lot of stuff on being a man, like some of my coaches, they kind of took me in, and kind of being around them allowed me to see, how they work with their kids. It's kind of like, well, shoot, man, it's how they daddy doing them and treating them. They daddy here on their games, and you know they supporting they there. You know that made me realize kind of see what father I wanted to be. You know they kind of helped mold me into the man that I am today. I learned a lot from some. I learned a lot.
That's real, man. Shout out to all the men out there that take time. Not just for their own children, but for the men that take time to be a father to other children. I like to call them community dads, because, of course, first thing first is always our house. Our first priority is the kids within our home. That's our first priority. But it's so many other children that have dads missing in their homes for various reasons, for all types of reasons. It could be death, prison, whatever, But it takes, the community, those that live in those communities and have a heart for that community, to go in there and take some of those kids up under their wing, because, over the last 10 years, I've done so much community work, just being in the hoods, man, and, just having conversations with young men that I know ain't got nobody there for them. And, a lot of times they don't be wanting to hear that stuff. They don't be wanting to hear you, trying to tell them to do what's right. And they feel like they already feel like, somebody done left them. So I think a lot of times it's like that fear that, you just going to be another man that's going to come in my life and leave me.
Mm-hmm.
But years now, I done met some cats 2014, 2015. Now I see them today. I seen one of them yesterday, man. And he was just so happy to see me. And I'm like, I had my youngest daughter with me. And he was like, that's the one. I said, boy, that one you thinking about, she 8 now. You ain't seen her since she was like 2. I said, well, this is my 3rd one. He was like, no. And I just found out that he got a child now. I'm like, dang, boy, you 5 months in the game. And, I got his number and just let him know, like, bro, hey, listen, I know the last time we were talking on a day-to-day basis was 15, 16, but bro, let me know if you need anything, little bro. Like, I'm just letting you know, the same way I was here for you then, I'm still here for you, bro. And just letting them know that, because a lot of these kids, I think bro was probably 15 around that time when I was out there going to the hood every day. And now it's like they grown men now. And they got kids and stuff now. And when I see them, it's been a little minute now since I saw a lot of them. And it's like just letting them know that I love you, little bro. Still, like I'm still here.
I totally understand what you're saying, bro, because that's how I feel with you. It's like when I you and your crew. We used to remember homeboy used to call y'all the fly kids. We used to see y'all out there, both you and your brother and the rest of y'all. It was like we look at the fly kids over there, So and it's like I say, man. Like I say, I'm here to, like you say, I'm here to support because I got you, bro. And like you say, man, you always been on a good path, bro. And like you said, a lot of times those kids do feel like you just gonna be somebody else. But we need more people in the community just to kind of mentor these kids and let them know, like, hey, man, I'm only a phone call away. Hey, man, I'm right down the road. Walk down to my house. I'm here, If you need to talk, a lot of times, it's like with our kids, they talk. Yeah. And all we do is tell them, shut up, be quiet. But, sometimes, in me as a father, too, I tell myself, I say, I got to stop because I have to allow my child to be heard. Mm-hmm. I don't want him to think that his voice is not is not valuable. I want you to speak up. I want you to be heard, So sometimes I have to catch myself and I have to, I say, what's up, son? What you want to talk about? Because I know half the time it ain't worth nothing, but he just want to make up something to talk about. But I don't want him to feel like he's not heard or nobody's here for him. And, like you say, them kids, they miss that. And that's why I love, like right now, we in the middle of football. Like right now, that's why I'm hoarse now. All week I've been screaming. I've been out there screaming all day, and that's the one thing that I love. To me, I love coaching. I love football, but to me, I love mentoring those kids more than I love coaching the game. I could care less about them winning, long as I can see them growing to be great young men, and long as they're having fun. I want them to enjoy life and become great adults. You know, I don't want them to, you know, I want them to leave. When they leave that football field, they don't just leave with the football knowledge. They leave with other things that they can take on to life no matter where they go. You know, that's like one thing I preach to them always is like, no matter what you do, always finish what you start no matter what it is. Mm-hmm. Even if you get into something and you don't like it, at least finish it all the way through to the end of what that time period is. You ain't got to get back into it no more, but finish something that you start, you know. Because if you, at a young age, if you teach a child it's okay to quit, when they get older, they gonna feel like they gonna quit. They gonna always quit at the first sign of trouble, or they hit one bump, they gonna quit because I'm giving up now. So you gotta learn, like I say, just like with your podcast when you jumped off. Yeah. You know, you didn't know where it was gonna go, you know, but you know what you said, I'm gonna see it through and I'm gonna keep going. And look at where you at now. Like I said, this is episode 59. Yeah. And like I told you, man, I wanna see this at episode 1,000, man. You know, y'all keep supporting my boy, man, because it's dads out there that need, you know, it's dads out there that need to hear this message, that need a little help. And hey, mom, y'all moms, y'all know we out here. It's dads out there willing to help, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, don't be scared to ask some of these dads around here that you know that's to help out. You know, it's dads out there to help. And like you said, y'all tap in, man. Y'all tap in every week, man. It's dads on here willing to help. So y'all tap in. We willing to reach out and help, you know. I don't mind. Like I say, man, that's why I love coaching the game, because I get to mentor these boys, man, and I get to watch them grow into young men, you know. Outside, like I said, we can never win a game. Yeah. But I'm going to go out there and I'm going to scream and I'm going to fight for them, because I know for me, I'm teaching them to be great men also, as well as let's go out here and let's smash somebody in the mouth and play some ball, you know? Straight up.
Hey, man, my boy giving out that free game.
You know?
You hear what I'm saying?
Always, man. We got to take our community back.
Yeah.
We got to take our community back. Like, you know, especially like right now with everything going on, you know, and we always holler about the police, this and that. Like, we don't want the police in our neighborhood, but then when something go on, we looking for the police. You know, we mad. Or when the police in the neighborhood and ain't nothing going on, everybody, why he ran through here, why he this. You know, at the same time, what you want? You either want him in there, you in your hood to protect you, or you don't want him in there. So the only way you don't want him in your hood is we got to take our community back. We got to get our neighborhoods back, you know.
Straight up.
We got to. You know, fellas, if y'all know you got time, man, reach out to like 5. Just take like 3 to 5 kids that you know, man. Grab a couple kids in your neighborhood. Tell some of your other homeboys, hey, man, talk to some of these kids, you know. Do what you can, you know. All for the fellas and the dads that got it in you. Let's get it popping, man. We got to take over our youth, man. We got to take our youth back. We cannot continue to let our youth be a statistic, man. I'm tired, and it's crazy, man. Every time you look up, somebody getting shot, somebody burying these kids, man, and these kids 15, 16, 20, 21. I'm thankful to be 34. I pray the Lord to let me keep ticking, but, you know, it's crazy when we burying babies, man.
For real.
Like, we got to get our community back.
Every week now.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got to take our community back. Like, I mean, I don't know. Fellas, teach your son it's okay to get hit in the mouth.
All right.
It's okay to get, but you can live to fight another day, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, these cats, they go out and these kids, they shooting each other and nobody win. Mm-hmm. You killing the other person and now you going to jail. So both families lose. Nobody's winning at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So we got to get our kids and get our community back, fellas. Man, we got to take it back. We got to get it back.
Straight up. Gots to do that. And man, we just formed a group. Me, a couple other guys that I know around here. We just came together and was like, bro, listen, we putting our differences aside. We ain't talking about no religion, no nothing. Bro, we gotta come together as men and just start going into these neighborhoods and talking with these kids, because every time something happens, everybody usually get on social media and say, well, we need to do this and we need to do that. And it's like, when do we ever take the time to talk with the jits and say, what can we do to help y'all?
Right.
Like, when will we allow them to have a voice and allow them to tell us, bro, this is what we need. This is what we want.
Referring back to what I said about my son when I say this is why kids need to feel like it's okay to talk to you, because you cannot get a solution if they know you gotta figure out what the problem is to get a solution. And like you say, allowing them to, like you say, just asking, man, what is it that y'all really need? What is the problem? If you can't find the problem, you can't fix the issue.
Straight
so
up.
The only way to really, like you say, to really figure out the issue is to dive in and ask them, like, fellas, like, what is it, because I know it's a lot with the social media and the music and everything else, but I feel like a lot of times some of these kids they be in this stuff and don't even really have to be. I get, I know every situation is different, and I know some people who've had to be on that side of the young age where you ain't got no choice but to get out there and get how you live, because that's the only way you gonna eat. But for a lot of these kids nowadays, man, they ain't even got to do what they doing. They just portraying what they in. That it's like you say, there's nobody in the home putting the real knowledge into their head, like, son, because what you really seeing is these cats ain't really doing what they saying. Like, they rapping about this, but they not doing this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thinking this cool, but that ain't where it's at.
Straight up, man. And I just think that's the type of stuff that fall back on us, being who we are. We done seen certain things. We've been out there, and it's like if we don't ever go and tell them, it's like they only gonna do what they know, and still sometimes when we do tell them whatever, they gonna still do what they do. A lot of them, and some of them gonna have to go down that road. Yeah. I talk with one right now. I hit him up on the JP all the time. He caught 15 when he was 20 years old. And when that joker when he went up that road, and I sent that first letter to him, I waited for probably about 2 years while he was in there. I said, I'm gonna give him a little time. Because he wasn't trying to hit me when he was out here. I said, I'm going to give him about 2 years. So after about 2 years, I wrote him. And I was like, I sent him a picture of me like, bro, I know you probably don't remember me, but boy, I used to be at your throat every day. Man, that J wrote me back. That boy say, oh my God, bro, like, I can't believe you wrote me, bro. And he was like, bro, listen, I'm sorry. Everything you told me was just the truth, bro. And I just ain't want to hear that. And I just told him, bro, it's all good. I ain't writing you to jump down.
I'm here to help you out. I'm just here to let you know I'm in your corner. So, when you need somebody to talk to, I'm here.
Straight up.
And like you say, man, that's good, man, and that's a blessing, because, boy, I ain't never been in that hole, but, boy, I can only imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, you need somebody behind that wall, boy. For real. You need somebody, them letters help. But I can only imagine, being behind there, but you can't really see people like that. Man, and then like you said, a lot of people turn on you. A lot of people turn on you when you behind them gates.
For real. So, man, even if y'all know some young guys, man, it's so many young cats right here in Alachua County, in Gainesville, that's behind the walls. If y'all know some of these young cats, man, you ain't even got to really know them. Just go look them up. Man, if I can offer any advice today, man, go and write them. The one cat that I'm talking about right now, he say his family done start writing him. His homeboys done turned their back on him, man. I'm really one of the only people that ever write him to just check up on him. Now, he done got to the point where he be writing me now, out the blue, just like, what's up with your bit, bro? Just wanting to, check up on you, send me some pictures, just on the outside. He just be like, I just want to see the outside, bro. And I'm like, crazy, bro.
And like you say, it's little stuff like that. Being able to have somebody to send you some pictures is a blessing when you, like you say, you trapped up and you contain. Man, it's a blessing. Like you say, it's something. You get them few hours of, like, you don't see nothing, man. And the world changing, and boy, to be locked up for 15 and to be sitting like that, he done missed a lot, and the world done changed in a lot of ways, man. Yeah. Since it's gonna change a lot more before he come home, so it's crazy. A blessing.
So yeah, man, y'all know some of them young cats, man. You might have family members or just mutual people that you might know. Man, take the time to just send a quick little letter, man. You know that sometimes that do everything, you know, for our young men behind the walls, and we might feel like, well, they made the mistakes, and yeah, they did. You know, that joker I'm talking about right now, knucklehead. He didn't want to hear not one thing. I took that man to go get his ID. I took him to go get his social security card and his birth certificate just so he could get a job. And that joker looked at me and said, nigga, the next week I came to check up on him and said, little bro, how the job search going? That man say, nigga, I ain't looking for no job. And I just put my hands up like, all right, hey, listen, that's on you, bro. And I just left it at that. And I ain't talked to that joker no more for about a whole year. And I just remember I heard he had and got caught up. And I said, you know what, I ain't gonna hold it against him because he don't know no better. He was legit, man. And like I say, he caught them 15, and I write them, and we write all the time now, just encouraging him, and he talking better now. You know, the last letter he sent me, he told me all he been studying up on is financial literacy, trying to get his mind right. I said, hey, you on the right track, bro. Yeah. You know, cause when you get out, you gonna need that.
You gonna definitely need it, boy. Because, right now,
For
it's
real.
dog eat dog world, and you got to know, especially when you coming from nothing. So you gonna have to come up with some type of plan to get yourself back on his feet, man.
For real. So yeah, it's a lot of little cats out there, man. If y'all can do anything for your boy, go and write. Find somebody to write. Just write a letter to, just to let them know you thinking about them. But man, I want to ask you this: how many kids you got?
I got 2.
So what's their ages?
They 2 and 8.
So you about in my range. My dog, I was talking with the other day. That boy had a 24 and a 16. I said, yeah, boy, you down the road on your boy. You can teach me something, boy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So you got the 8-year-old and what, boy and girl?
2 boys.
2 boys.
2 boys.
Ooh, man, what's that like, man? You know, dealing with, so what, they 6 years apart?
6 years apart.
You want more?
Well, unfortunately, I would love to have one more, but just the missus ain't gonna go for it. But you know, cause I wanted that girl, but you know, she wanted the little boy. But then again, you gotta be thankful. That I don't know what you gonna do, but you got 2 girls on your hands.
Bro,
I know you gonna be running wild in your sleep, boy. So that's why, man, I love my boys, man. Like I say, man, it's exciting because, man, it's almost like the little brother is bigger than the big brother. At times, it's like he seemed like he more advanced because I guess he's so busy trying to catch up to his big brother the way he just pick up it, like he notices everything, he just pick it up so fast to where it's like, bruh, like, you ain't 2, bruh. You act like you 5, 6, like you follow directions better than he do. Like, hold on. But man, I love it, man. They man, like I was fussing at them before I came here. They in the house playing in the house playing football. Like bruh, like y'all in the house, bruh. Like, come on. Like, no, bruh, y'all but I love every minute of it though. It's never a dull moment. It's never a dull moment. And like my girl, she be, you always yelling at him, you always on him, you always fuck. Yeah, I am, but I have to be because when he get out here in this world, it ain't gonna be no mercy. It ain't gonna be no this and that. No, they gonna be cutthroats. And like a lot of times for me, he be talking about stuff and I'm just real. I'm a realist as a pops. I'm gonna tell you like, nah, son, that ain't Nah, I ain't even gonna let you go around thinking they'll have you. I'm not. I'm gonna just keep it real with him because you know he got to understand. You know, people gonna tell you the truth, and you know you gotta expect that. And I'd rather people keep it real with me than fake it with me. You know, so
straight up.
Don't lie to me. You know, I respect the truth more than the lie.
Straight up, well, straight up. That's real because, like you say. I mean, I got 8, 5, and 4. And man, bro, listen, sometimes like I be about to lose it at the house, cause like for real, like today, you know, my wife had to work today, so that's why I'm joking with me right now.
So you got your whole, you had your whole, you ain't had no help.
Man, bro, listen. And it'd be like days like this, where it's like, okay, we went to a baby shower this morning. in the middle of that, I had to go take them to they had gymnastics and my son and his little ninja class.
Mm-hmm.
Take them over there, go back to the baby shower, go home for a quick second, get ready to come over here. After this, go get them some food, get back to the house, make them clean bruh. I just almost, bro, I be feeling like I don't got no answers no more for having these jokers clean their rooms, bruh. It's like,
It ain't one.
Bruh.
It ain't one. It ain't one. It ain't one. I'm telling you, bruh, it's not one.
Dog.
I that's like one thing I fuss about every day.
Bro.
It's like, bruh, and it's like for me and my son, like my oldest son, I get the baby bring some stuff in there, but it don't be a lot. But it's like, bruh, you basically watch TV or play the game all day. So how does your room look like this?
Right.
Like, I don't understand. And it's like you go in there, you straighten it up, you get it all right, you get everything how it needs to be, where you want to how it is. Go to bed, next day you come in there, you looking like, I guess I ain't, it's like, did I not just clean your room up? Like, I don't understand. It's like the same stuff I picked up yesterday is back where it was from yesterday.
Dog, I had got to the point where I took all the toys out the house.
You have to.
Y'all can't have no toys in the house. Put all that in the garage.
That's the only.
Now, they got clothes all over the floor.
That was our best. That's what helped the most was when we took the toys out the room and just started throwing them bad boys away. Like, look, man, y'all don't even play with half of this stuff. Right. Y'all play with these few 4-5 toys. So this going in the trash, that's going, all that stuff is going out the door.
For real.
And like you say, then it turned to the clothes. But it's like, man, it's like you fold his clothes, we fold his clothes up, tell him go put them up. Somehow they all end up in the floor in the closet. It's like, bruh, we just fold the clothes up and told you to go put them up. But the next day they ain't on the floor. Like, bruh, what is you doing?
All under the bed. Man, I already told them jokers, boy, when we get back to this house, listen, all daddy asking, bro, I ask y'all one thing, like, just get the stuff off the floor, bro.
It's hard, bro. It's hard. I don't know why. And that's the same thing with my son. I be like, bro, just pick the stuff up. Like, it ain't like it's a lot, and it really ain't like it's a lot of stuff. And then, but my thing, I like how they call themselves cleaning up, cause a lot of times what he'll do is he just pick everything up off the floor and put it on the bed, and it's like, bro, you ain't did nothing, because when you get ready to lay down, now you finna throw all this back on the floor. Like, put it on your shelf. Don't put it on your bed. Like, you put it on your bed, I'm still gonna fuss at you. Straight like, on. Man, you come in there, it's like they be sneaking snacks and stuff. It's like you find the chips over here, the juice over here. It's like, man, what is y'all doing? Like, I no wonder what, and you be wondering where all the food be going. Then you go throw it. You be like, oh, you done had a bag of chips. You had the cookies, because you know what all of them eat too. Yeah. So it's like, you know, it's like, no, I know you had this. This your favorite. Yeah. Y'all niggas y'all been in here getting it in, huh? Alright.
Man. Yeah, that's one thing that I cannot seem to figure out, man. Some days be better than others. Some days I'm able to just look past that thing and just be like, whatever, man, you know.
But sometimes it just get to the point where you be like, nah, like, I can't do it today. Like, nah, y'all come here. Let me talk to you. Come here.
For real.
Like, you see this stuff, man? Y'all got to get it. But nah, I feel you, bro. I feel you, because that's how I be. Like, I come in and it be days I walk by that, I be like, you alright. It ain't bad. It ain't bad. I can deal with that. I ain't gonna bother. And then straight up. Next day it be like double that, and I be like, alright, nah. See, you done just let it get out of hand. Like, come on, bro. It's like you ain't even trying to help.
For real. Mm-hmm. So what? Your 8-year-old, he just started 3rd grade?
Yeah, just started 3rd grade.
Where he at?
He in Archer Elementary.
Archer, okay. Yeah, mine just started 3rd grade. So what's that been like, you know, him progressing through school, man? Like, how you been able to help him with his schoolwork and how all that been going?
Man, it goes good. It goes good, you know. And like I say, me, I'm very active, so I try to play as much as part in everything I can, you know. And that's like even, you know, back to like our parents, you know, you think most of our parents really didn't like when there was stuff going on at school.
Yeah.
You know, we always seen, you know, the white kids, their parents, they had the PTA meetings, volunteering and doing all this stuff. So like me, like I say, I'm thankful that I'm in the position to where my lady can be at the school. Yeah. I can take off. I have the time to say, okay, y'all got this going on at school. I'm gonna be there because you can't help your kid if you don't know what's going on. You know, parents, you go to the school fussing at the teacher or the people at the school, but are you there trying to figure out what they doing from 9 to 5, or basically from 7 to 1 or whatever the time they there? Are you there trying to, on a regular basis, seeing what's going on? Mm-hmm. Are you on page with what they doing to help your child? Because the more you know what's going on in the school, the more you can help them. Because if you just out there, if you just letting them go to school, come home trying to pay attention to what's in that folder, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got to be out there every day, but man, you got to go out there as a parent. You got to go out there and, you know, let them parents, let them people out there, let them teachers see your face. All because right. I'm gonna tell you, like, me, like you say, it was just crazy. Like this week, you know, we had just with school starting back, we had an incident where, like I say, first day, you know, we were trying to pick my son up, you know, and this just chaos. And the second day, you know, the nurse goes into school because she knew who my lady was, and she knew who my son was, so she went to go get my son and bring him outside because he's supposed to be, you know, he a walker, so she waiting on him to come out, and they holding him up, and you know, she's standing there, and the lady that know, it's like this, like I say, my lady volunteered at the school, so you know who he is, and you know who his mother is, so she at the end of the road telling you like, hey, this is my son, and you trying to hold him because he's not on the walker list. On the second day of school, when we told his teacher to put, like, hey, he's gonna be a walker, you know what I'm saying? So teacher sent him with the walkers. So they holding him, and it's like, as a parent, if I'm out here at the school and you know that this is my child, like, send me my child. Like, even if he's not on the list to walk, but you know I'm here to pick him up, and you see me, let me get my child. Like, come on, man. Like, man, you know, it's crazy though, but I'm glad to be able to be there because, you know, I had to have a conversation with the principal. Like, look, man, it's, you know, like, you know, y'all was calling her to make sure he was walking, but when y'all calling her, she's standing out that way, she trying to get him, and y'all holding him up. Like, come on, like, y'all, like, and like I said, I'm telling the principal, the lady that is holding him up, they kids have been in the class for like 2-3 years together, basically, like kindergarten, first and second grade. You know, like he didn't go second grade, he did virtual. But kindergarten and first grade, they was in the class together. I think they had the same teacher in the second grade, but it's like, so you know, you've worked with my lady on your left hand or your right hand side, and you've been in, like, you know them personally. So like, that's what the problem really was. That's what I was running to with the principal. Was like, you know that this is his mother. You know that that's her child. Mm-hmm. So what is your issue?
No issue.
At all. But man, I'm glad to be there though, man, because we had to get him a tutor for a little while just to get him on point. Like, I'm the type of daddy, look, so if you slacking on them books and I can't help you get on page, right, hey, we gonna pull you from them sports and I'm gonna send you over here to this tutor to get you help where you need to be. Because for me, like I tell him, man, it don't matter how good you is on that field or whatever, you gotta have the knowledge to go with it. You know, because you look at these cats nowadays, you know, you sign your $20 million contract, you know. Granted, you know, you get hurt. Okay, you got your $20 million, but at the end of the day, now you don't have the money, you don't have the brains to make that $20 million work for you. And 5 years later, 10 years later, you back to the average joker.
Straight up.
You know? Straight up. I tell them, look, man, brains is everything, man. Get your knowledge. And that's one thing can't nobody take from you is what you know.
Straight up.
You know?
Straight up, man. Nah, that's real. So what you think about going into a sport topic? What you think about the kids being able to sign? Well, really, you know how they're trying to do. I mean, on the basketball side of things, they're trying to basically, you ain't really even got to go to college no more. They got these couple of leagues where you can just kind of
work your way, leave high school, go play for them. I mean, like I say, I get it. The money's there, and I get it for some people.
Yeah.
Some people, like, a lot of times, like you said, when you have these cats in basketball or whatever who go from high school to the pros, you don't know what they live financial situation is, and sometimes you gotta take it when you get it. A lot of times, that offer don't always be there at the end of the day. And, so everybody's choice is different. And like I say, I just feel like if that's what you're gonna do, hopefully you got some people in your corner to help you, but you also, and for me, I feel like even though you go to them leagues, man, you still take you some online classes. You need to still be taking some kind of, because like I say, man, it don't do no good to get the money and don't know how to know what to do with it, because you get it. Like I said, your body is, you balling, you raw, but your body can give on you at any moment. And anything can happen. You trip over somebody's leg, you tear your ACL, your Achilles or something like that. Then what? Who's to say you gonna bounce back?
Straight up.
So you gotta have, at the end of the day, you always gotta have another option. I get it. Like I was talking to my nephew, like I say, I asked him, he was like, I say, well, what you want to do? He's like, I'm gonna play professional football. I'm like, okay, well, I was like, okay, but, he's like, well, I was like, okay, well, you gotta go to college. Like, well, what you gonna go to school for? I'm gonna play football. I was like, okay, but you still gotta go to school. You gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta get a degree. You don't just go to play football. You gotta get a degree. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get it. And he's like, well, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I said, okay. What? I said, this. So my next question was, well, what are you gonna do to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to say I'm gonna be a millionaire, but what are you gonna do to make you become a millionaire? And it's like, even my son, like, I know he probably ain't. He say he wanna cut grass, right? So I said, okay, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with cutting grass, but own the business.
Straight up.
Learn what you want to do. If that's what you want to do, learn the business, and try to own your business. Ain't nothing wrong with working for somebody, but you want to always try to own the business.
Straight up.
You don't always have to be a worker.
Straight
you can
up.
be, and that's the one thing I feel like I try to teach to my son is, you don't have to be a worker. You can be the boss. You can have employees. And I don't. And like I said, I even though he want to cut grass, that's cool because it's money into that business.
Straight up.
It's money there. So, hey, it's so many jobs out there. So, but if that's what you want to do, you need to focus in, learn the game, and become the boss, run the company.
All right.
Ain't nothing wrong with being able to drive the lawnmower and run the lawnmower, but be the one up there giving the instructions and saying, hey, okay, you sitting in the office saying, okay, well, yeah, I got some people. I'm gonna come out there and give you a bid. I tell you, it's gonna cost you this, and we gonna come. I'm sending people out, like be the overhead. Don't like I say. I get everybody got to go to a point, there's nothing wrong. I was reading a post that's like basically saying like everybody ain't entrepreneurs, some people is workers, but ain't nothing wrong with being a worker to get you to your entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with working to get you where you need to be, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to always have the finances to jump out there on your own or be in the position to jump out there on your own. That's why I try to tell my lady, we try to work on ways to build their credit when they're young. So like you said, a lot of people don't understand with these white folks. They take their kids and they build their credit. So they come out, they're 18 years old, they got A1 credit. They go get it, and you wonder why they can go get the brand new truck already or start a $100,000 bid. They go get a loan for it because their parents been building their credit since they was young. So it's like even though they 18, they 21 years old, got better credit than the motherfuckers that's 55 years old. So it's like you say, that financial literacy, man, is important, and that's one thing we got to start teaching our kids too. It's the financial game, learn where to make their money work for them, so when they get a piece of change. So for some of us, when we do pass and we do bless us, like hopefully some of y'all I hope y'all listen to this so you get your shit together so when you do pass and you leave your kids, you can bless them. That's another reason why them folks be winning over there, because they be leaving them something. They don't leave them with no bills. They leave them with something to pocket. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop leaving our kids more than the goddamn shoe collection. The J's is nice, but you don't want them, so that they value, you don't want the value down on them, you know what I'm saying? You can't put them on the market and get no money back for them. So we got to start making sure we leaving our kids something, you know what I'm saying? Because, hey, they you got to, man. That they ain't gonna never. You got when you not here, so you gotta leave them something to be with. You know what I'm saying? To bless off with. Come on, like y'all think. I'm telling you, help you put your child in position to win. Even if my child 50 years old, when I die, that blessing or whatever it is, they got it coming. You know, so always lead it because that helps start generational wealth.
Straight up.
Because if I'm in a position where if I can get my kids straight before I die and they living and they doing good, then when I do pass, I'm able to say, well, here go. So now here go another cushion for you to look. Matter of fact, you take this and you leave this in the bank for your kids. You set this up and set that up for them. So that way you let that grow. When they turn 18, shit, they got money. They got money. You're making your money work for you. You know, you gotta think about it, man. I know, and it be crazy. You know, you think about how much it is, you know, you pay them $40, $50 a month for the life insurance and whatnot, but at the end of the day, man, I'd rather pay that money than, like I say, some shit happen, you leave here. Now you got your family struggling, they trying to have a fish fry to bury. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, and that's especially for a lot of you niggas in the streets. A lot of y'all in the streets. Y'all know we here to try to get you out, but at the same time, think about your mama, your baby mama, your kids. Get you some life insurance. Y'all know y'all out there living like it's the Wild Wild West. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Y'all. It's just the days we in. They living like we're in the Wild Wild West. So, man, like, you better get you some life insurance if you know you out there, man. Get something to secure your family. You want to live wild, hey, protect yourself. Yeah, you protecting yourself with that pistol, so protect your family with a life insurance plan, man. Go on, put about 40,000. Go on, get you one for about 50,000 for your family. You know, easy. It's easy. It'll cost you. Y'all boys got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all rocking the, and you know you rocking the design and everything else. So put some of that money on something that's gonna benefit you, man. Take care of your family.
Hey, y'all, I ain't got to say nothing. My dog giving out free game. If you don't get it, hey,
free game. Hey,
that's on you.
Free guy. What Future say? Free band game. I'm giving out free knowledge, man. I'm giving out free knowledge, man. And like I say, man, I look at my relationship with my father and the way my plan is to change the game. We got, especially as black men, we got to break the cycle.
Straight up.
I mean, I get, you know, every relationship don't work out, but as the father, you know, I get and fellas, I know some of y'all baby mamas out there, they be on some other shit, and ladies, y'all got to stop that. Y'all ladies that's out there that be being spiteful to these men and trying to hold their kids against them, y'all got to stop that. The kids is the one hurting. Right. You know, the kids is the one hurting, man. They hurting. You know, they need their fathers. You know, even if you ain't in the household, man, that ain't stopping you from being a father. You know, and like I say, ladies, stop being spiteful, man. These kids need they need their daddies, man. They need them.
And it be sad, man. Some of y'all women can know some of the conversations that I be having with men that be in situations like that, man. Y'all be hurting these men. They might not ever show that, but man, I done talked with so many men. Just talked with one of my boys 2 weeks ago, and that thing it torments him. And you know, and all I can do is like, bro, I just feel bad for you, because I don't know how to even help you, bro. It's like, dang, like, why she doing that,
bro? And I don't be understanding that. Like, man, it be like, what is the point? It's like, but you don't want the nigga.
Yeah.
But you still don't want him. But you don't even want him to see his child, and it's sad. Like, you know, I get his deadbeats out there. It is deadbeat dads out there. I get it. But damn, ladies, for the fella, I feel like I say I feel bad for the fathers who do be trying, and they be getting shitted on because, you know, and it's like if the roles was reversed and men was pulling the stunts that they was pulling on, that the women pull on us, man, they be hurt. They be hurt, man. Bro. They be sad, man. Like, think about it. Think about it. If we had the control, we had custody of the kids, and she get a new nigga. Nah, you can't. You got a new nigga. Nah, I don't like him. I don't want my baby. What? That shit be pissed. You know, that it be crazy. You know, it's crazy how that you know, man, it's just sad how, you know, but man, like, you know, we got to break the cycle, man. I always told myself I wanted to break the cycle, you know, and I commend all the black fathers out there, all the fathers, period, that's breaking the cycle, man. Break the chain, man. Let's start this over, man. Break the chain. You could be there, man. You ain't. I get it. And like I say again, every relationship ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
But be there for your child. You know.
Straight up.
That's all that matters is making sure your kids straight. I know it be hard sometimes, but hey. And fellas, for the fellas who doing what you doing what you can and you trying to, and she won't allow you, keep pushing. But you know, and another thing, fellas, file for joint custody. Get your kids. Get your kids. Put them in the system. You can. I know it may sound sad and it may sound petty, but man, if you know you really love your child, put her in the system. Take her to court. Tell her you want joint custody. That's 6 months and 6 months. Get your jig. Get your jit, man. If you really want, if you love your child, it's ways to get your child. Trust me. Go send her to them white folks, because that's what she gonna do to you when you piss her off. She gonna be ready to go call them white folks. So you beat her to the punch if you know she's spiteful. All you really love your child. It ain't got nothing to do with her. It's just the fact you want to be there in your child's life. So sometimes you have to go down that road that you don't want to go down. I know you don't want to put. We try not to put them folks in our business. But sometimes that's the only way we're gonna get where we need to be. You know, you can't just pray and hoping that she act right. Sometimes you gotta get them people to get in line. Like, look, you got a daddy that's trying.
Straight up. I mean, you got to respect that. As a woman, you got to respect that, man. You know, because I hear too much about men that ain't doing this and men that ain't doing that. But I don't know. Maybe it's something that's beyond me. I just don't be getting it because I'm like, dang. Like, you got this man here begging to see his children. Like, the man, like, real deal.
Begging and pleading.
Man.
He got every time it's got to be under your terms and conditions, where you want it, how you want it. It's like, well, damn, like, but when you calling me for the money, I got to get the money. I got to have that money. That money got to come. That money got to come every 2 weeks. Yeah. It got to come consistently. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's crazy, man.
That's something that's beyond me. So for all the ladies out there, you know, or if you're listening and you might know a woman that's doing something like that, talk to your homegirl, man, and just tell her, you know, don't do that. That ain't right. That ain't. Yeah.
And fellas, if you know your homeboy ain't doing right by his child,
all right,
let that nigga know.
Yeah.
That's your obligation as his homeboy. Hey, you need to take care of your shit. Fellas, we got to start holding our homeboys accountable. You say, we can run around like y'all niggas can run around, hang around each other all day, man. Tell that nigga to go spend some time with his jit.
Yeah.
Tell him to go, you know what I'm saying? The money good, but I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I realized a long time ago, I would have gave up money to have a better relationship with my father. I'm telling you, man, these kids, like a lot of times y'all be around here spoiling the fuck out these kids, buying that Gucci and all that, this and that. Man, them kids don't care about that. All them kids want to do, they care about going. Most of these kids care about going to the park and seeing you and watching them play. That's how them kids just be wanting to be in y'all presence. They be needing their parents. And a lot of times I think that's what it be. A lot of these kids, sometimes they don't be really feeling that love. They be needing like them gifts and shit be cool, but it ain't nothing to feel that love. They actually know, like, man, well, I know my mama buy me, my mama love me like that. You feel that love, man. Them kids need that love, man.
For real. And I say this too, man, it ain't never too late.
No.
You know, that was one thing I had to tell my pops. You know, he felt like, you know, he had to messed up for all these years and this and that. And I just had to tell my pops one day straight up, bro, listen, man, all that stuff, 20 years old you talking about.
I'm here now. I'm in a different place, you know, and like I say, you have to take it as a lesson. Like, you know what, I learned something. I'm glad. Like, you know, like I say, man, we can I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just move forward, because the more, you know, when you talk about the past, you only build more resentment or more hurt. But let's hit you. If you're gonna be here now, let's get it in. Let's get to know each other and let's build this relationship. Like you said, it's never too late. Never
too late, man.
Never.
So if you ain't heard from your child, reach out to that baby, man. You know, a phone call will do something. Man, I still remember times like when I was in the 3rd grade, my daddy was locked up, and Pop sent me a little letter in the mail, just telling me happy birthday and he loved me. And you know, I hadn't saw Pop and he hadn't been a little minute, but that made me feel good as a young man. If y'all hear some music, man, they got the trap jumping over there on the other side, man. For real, they in the recording studio. So, yeah, that's a little disclaimer there. But yeah, man. So that's one thing that I always tell people. You know, even though my dad wasn't really there like that for me growing up, I do remember the times that Pops did try. Because it was a period of his life where he did have his stuff together. And he would come pick me and Ron up and take us to the beach. I remember him taking us to Crescent Beach. Probably he took us there like 2 times. And he took us to go eat at Bob Evans way back in the days when Bob Evans was here in Gainesville.
Yeah, boy, everybody in the day, boy.
For real, back in the day. But I remember all that. I remember him taking us to Denny's. I remember the one time that I ever stayed in me and my dad slept in the same house. Only one time ever I ever slept in the same place with my dad. We went and spent the night at his house, me, Ron, and my sister Courtney. And he made us some tacos. And the tacos were fire. And it was just like, I remember all that stuff because it was like, those were the moments that I remember, like, being able to, like, that's what kids remember. Kids remember the time you spent with them. You know, like every time you make memories with a child. Like that's the stuff. Like I don't really remember a lot of stuff my mama bought me. Like
that's what I'm saying. See,
I remember the time we spent.
You can buy them everything in the world, but when they little, but they can't take all that with them as they get older. The moments, like you say, man, you was probably 5, 6, 8, 9, how old, however old. Now you forever can take that moment. That no matter whether he here, there, anyway, that's a moment that you could always have. You can't nobody take that moment. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, spend that time with your kids. That's what they really want. I'm telling you, y'all buy them all these damn games, go in the room and play the motherfucker with them. Play the PlayStation with them for a little bit. I get it. It might be aggravated a little bit. They don't be halfway knowing what they be doing sometimes. But hey, man. Spend that time with him.
Shoot, man, my son, boy, I bought him a Nintendo 64. Boy, that joker love when I go in there and play that little wrestling game with him.
He thank you. He is in heaven. Or even like you say, it's simple stuff. Like even like my 2-year-old, like, you know, he be days like he at home. So he be wanting to be like, if I just come home, I get off work, if I just take him outside and let him walk around outside. Yeah. Oh, he cry with me time to go back in. It's like just me being outside with him is heaven. Like he like man, I'm gonna have me in the house all day. Shit, daddy got me outside. What? Yeah, we walk around like we chilling. Like this it. Like this the beat. You know, it's just the moments, man. Like I say, man, I wouldn't change being a father for nothing in the world. And for most people, it changed my life. It brought a lot of structure and organization because I knew it just wasn't me no more. Mm-hmm. You know, when you ain't a parent, you know, like you don't think about other stuff like you do when you had kids. Now you gotta think about, okay, having food in the house, making sure the lights paid, you know, having a car. Like, okay, now they got to have clothes, just all the different things, you know. So now you can't be like, oh, well, I ain't got no money, I'm all right. But now you got the kids, like, with a child, you never know. You out somewhere, you might, man, they mess up their clothes, you got to go run to Walmart or somewhere, buy some clothes, or they hungry, with kids, man, So I always got to have a backup plan, man.
Straight up.
So, you know, like I say, I love every minute of it, man. I wouldn't, man.
Straight up.
I wouldn't change it for a thing.
If you could, if there was just one aspect of your parenting that you could work on, man, like what's that one thing that you really want to work on as a parent?
I got to be a little more, sometimes a little more patient.
Yeah.
A little more patient, I guess.
Likewise.
Like I guess I'm a little more. I guess I be, cause like I say, I'm always on like drill sergeant mode. So I guess I could be a little more patient, or you know, a little easy. I guess I just be quick, kind of, you know, like look, hey, you know, to get on them so much. So I guess I gotta have a little more patience, you know. But for the most part, I try to let the kids be kids. And grow, but you know, I have to keep, you know, as parents, we gotta keep them in the reins, because we don't want. That's the thing. I want my kids to be kids. That's another thing. Parents, let y'all kids be kids.
Yeah.
Let them kids be kids. Like, they kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we see all these parents, these kids, it's like, y'all wonder why they come up the way they come up. You didn't, like, I mean, you basically putting this child to fill these roles. You know, a lot of the parents, they don't see some of the things that they give these childs, or the way, like, the things that they do with these kids at ages don't make them, they gonna want to do that when they get older, you know? So the parents, let these kids be kids, man. Stop making these kids grow up faster than they supposed to now. Ain't nothing wrong with making your kids mature. That's like, I fuss with my 8-year-old, and I think that's kind of like the thing it's like I say, it's my patience, because I feel like, bro, sometimes you gotta mature a little bit more, bro. It's like you gotta, you know, so. Listen, yeah, man.
Boy, I was just on my 8-year-old head right before we came over here. Boy, listen. Boy, I had to go in the room. Boy, I'm just like, man, just listen, bro. Y'all just go do what you need to do, boy. I'm just on the head, and I be trying not to be so, like, I be trying to, because one of the things I fear is as she get older, that she will be scared to come and talk to me. Because, like my wife told me, she was like, it's like I get mad. Anytime she do something wrong, I'm mad. So it's like, dang, sometimes, like, I want to, like, not be, like, she come tell me she did something wrong. Like, I don't want to, like, blow up on her. And I'll blow up. And so it's like, I'm just trying to practice on, like, not blowing up about everything. Because some stuff be serious. Some stuff don't be as serious. But I treat it like it's like and I go off, bro.
You me, and that's just you me right there. Because, man, like I say, I guess for me, I guess I got bored, so I be feeling like, man, like, look, I gotta stay on their head. But like you say, sometimes it be like I be tripping over stuff that ain't so serious, and like you say, I don't want my kids to feel like they can't talk to me. You know, I don't want you scared the way you can't talk to me. I want you to be able to feel like whatever's going on, we can talk about it. You know, ain't nothing, because, like, man, that's a lot of things, like these kids too, that be committing suicide and stuff, man. You know, you never know what these kids be going through, man. And y'all tell y'all children, man, stop picking on these kids that they know unfortunate, you know. Like, y'all, and some of y'all parents, y'all know y'all parents, the parents that's out there, they know what they is, but, man, it's like, y'all stop to tell your kids, man, like, that's one thing I try to tell my kids, is not to pick on nobody, because, man, you never know what that person going through, and you got to be thankful for the situation that you in, you know. As like, I was watching a video the other day on Facebook, a dude asked this homeless man, he asked this dude, he said, hey, man, why you always have the same clothes on every day? He said, this all I got. He said, you know, I ain't got nothing else. This is all I got. He said, you be thankful that you got clothes that you can, you know, that you can wash. He said, I don't know when I'm gonna change clothes. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's like before you you asking this man trying to make fun, but it's all this man got. Be thankful for what you got. Be fortunate you in the situation that you in. You know. We gotta humble our kids again and teach them to be men. You know. Ain't nothing wrong with being confident, but it's a difference between confident and cocky. You know, you gotta raise our young men to be smart nowadays, especially with everything going on, man. They already trying to take us out with everything else.
All right.
Don't give them no reason.
Straight up, that's real, man. One more question. Last question I always like to ask. If you could look at the 18-year-old Oshaun, knowing everything you know now at the age you are now, with all the experiences that you've had, if you could go back right now and sit down with the 18-year-old version of you, what would you say to him?
I would tell myself to be more financially smart, save more money, stack more money. Because from 18, I mean, I had a few run-ins with the law, but nothing major, nothing crazy. But I mean, like I said, for you young folks, You know, you young kids coming up, ain't nothing wrong with hanging. Ain't nothing, like I say, I ain't gonna tell you not to go out and have fun, because I'd be wrong to tell you to be, you know, because I done had my days where I done partied, I done wild, and I done banged. So enjoy life, but be cautious and be careful. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say for y'all fools out there doing all this shooting like the Wild Wild West, man, it's people out there really trying to just have fun. So I ain't gonna tell you not to go out and enjoy life, but you know, and have fun, because as you growing up, when you in them 18 to 24 stage, that's when it's time for you to have fun and really enjoy life and learn and just kind of be freely before you really hit the real world. So live and have fun. But man, if I could really say anything, it would be to stack more money, because I honestly, or if I could go back to being 18, I would have told myself to start a 401k. Because with just the years that I have put in I've been in Gainesville like almost 15 years. So I had 3 jobs since I've been here, but for the most part, I worked down them both for like 7-8 years. So you know, if each one I would have had a small 401k, that would have been 20 like basically 21 years worth of 401k put in within the 15-year time frame, and I can pretty much tell somebody, hey, I ain't got to work for you if I don't want to. But you know, so that's why I say if it was me, it would be save more money and start a 401k. And I know a lot of people probably look at it and probably think like, damn man, I be needing them little $20-$40. It pay off in the long run, because when that shit double up and if they putting their percentage in, your money gonna pay off for you in the long run, man. That's how you retire. And what the white folks do, man, we got this the financial literacy game. Y'all pick up them books. And like I say, if I go back and tell myself anything, it'd be stack that bread and start a 401k.
Yeah. Alright. Man, y'all listen. That ain't just advice for the 18-year-old him. That's some advice for some of us.
For me, some
31-year-old us.
And like I say, again, it trickles back down to the leaving your kids something. You know, when you learn the game, you give it to them. You know, you start a 401k plan, then they gonna be like, well, damn, this how my daddy he started. And when you see how it work, you teach him. As a matter of fact, you tell your son, and to be honest, as a parent, we can start now. You start setting up CDs and trusting funds for your kids now, and just let that money grow. You know what I'm saying? You let that money. I know it hurt, but man, it sucks, but this is the only way we gonna swap the game. We got to change and take power. That's the only way. We got to start playing on the same level as them. Yeah. Until we start putting ourselves on the same playing field, we'll never win. Yeah. That's the only way we're gonna do it.
Straight up. Straight up, man.
Bless your kids, y'all. Bless your kids when you leave here, man. Take care of your kids, man. Like I say, y'all say y'all love them. This your poop, your baby, your baby, whatever y'all call them. So get something for them and make sure that when you gone, cause they straight when you here. They straight when you here. But when you ain't, what they gonna do then? So think about it. Like I say, man, y'all bless your kids. Start putting something away, man. Like I say, man, I appreciate you for having me, bro. Yeah. I love what you're doing, and like I say, I want to continue to see this growth, so y'all spread the message. Y'all continue to tap in. Like you say, man, y'all go check out and log in on your podcast. If y'all want to get on the website, Dad, Can We Talk? Log in. Tap in, spread the message. Let's get this going. It's a positive vibe, man. It's fathers out there, it's mothers out there. Like I say, y'all mothers, we ain't on this show just to talk, man. There's fathers out there in your neighborhood, right around the corner from me that'll help you out. Reach out. Y'all tap in, spread the message, man.
Straight up, my boy. Well, you already know it's love.
Yes, much love, my brother.
Man, you know, I always tell myself, with every episode, I gotta learn something, and man, I got a lot of little nuggets I can take from this shit, man. And, you know,
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man.
I'm just trying to learn. I ain't never claimed to have it all together. You know, I ain't the perfect dad. I ain't no perfect husband. I ain't no perfect nothing. I'm just a man trying to learn and spread as much knowledge and wisdom as I can while I'm here on this earth. And that's what this is, man. That's what Dad Can We Talk is. You know, we gonna come in here. We gonna talk. We gonna laugh. We gonna talk some real talk. You know, and that's what it is, man. You know, and I'm getting this stuff for me. You know, I'm spreading it for all, giving it to everybody else, but more than anything, Dad, Can We Talk is about Anthony Ray. Anthony Ray need help. You know, I need help. You know, and I know I ain't got all the answers to this fatherhood thing. And I know I got some other brothers, man, that's out here that have more experience than what I have, or got some different techniques than I have. And we just gonna continue to learn from one another, man, you know, because we all need each other, man. And for the dads out there, man, y'all find out what you can do in your community, man. If you can get with some young men or get with some other men, and we got to come together, man. We have to, man. You know, it's like where we at right now, that's the only way we gonna make it, bro. You know, we ain't gonna make it no other way if we cannot stand together. We must stand together in this time right now. You know, so like I said, man, y'all continue to pay attention, man. My dog told y'all what to do. Go find it in.
What she say? What the song say? Tap, 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 tap in, man. Y'all tap in though, but for real, man, like my bro say, man, you know, we ain't no father is perfect, man, you know, and it's nothing wrong with reaching out to other fathers to see what works, you know, because different families, you know, different techniques work in different situations, you know. Sometimes having a different perspective, having somebody giving you a different perspective I may help you out of your home, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with reaching out for help. And that's another, you know, black men, ain't nothing wrong with asking for help. I know it's hard. It's hard, but you know, in certain situations, ain't nothing wrong with asking for help. You know what I'm saying? Up. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Like I say, bro, I'm glad you out here doing this, man, because like you say, not only do you need it, it's other fathers out here who need this, man. So, hey, y'all tap in, man. Y'all stay tuned. Hey, man, I'm going to speak this into existence, man. My boy finna write a book, man. My boy finna write a book, man. I'm going to speak this into existence, man. My boy finna write a book for y'all, man. I'm putting him on. He finna write a book. I'm telling this now.
Get it, man. Get that pen game right. Cause I got a whole story to tell. You know, y'all hear a couple things on here. But man, and it's so crazy you say that, cause I had an idea. But we're gonna talk about that after off the camera. But yeah, man, y'all continue to stay tuned, man. We'll be back again next week. I got another dad that's gonna be coming on here to bless the podcast, man. So y'all continue to stay tuned, man. This Dad Can We Talk? We out of here.
Yeah, dang.